Good morning, all of you. How are you? I hope all of you are fit and fine. In our previous class, we were reading the chapter Silk Road, which was written by Nick Middleton. Okay, and now we have to continue. 10 minutes later, we stopped at another blockage. Now the narrator says that we are in a safe situation, but after 10 minutes, again a blockage came. Again, obstructions had been seen there. 10 minutes later, we stopped at another blockage. We stopped means the Saturn, Daniel and the narrator stopped to a obstruction. Not good, sir, Saturn announced as he jumped out again to survey the scene. Saturn announced as he jumped out again to survey the scene. This time he decided to try and drive round the snow. Now, who was the Saturn? Saturn was the driver of the narrator. Here the Saturn says that this time Saturn decided that to drive the car around the snow. Means previously he was trying to move the car towards the snow. But this time he decided that he will drive the car around the snow. The slope was steep and studded with major rocks. And what happened? The slope was steep, was very narrow. The slope was steep and studded with major rocks. And that slope was covered with the snow and the major rocks. But somehow Saturn negotiated them. But as we know that he was very talented, expert in driving, he managed that obstacles. His four-wheel drive vehicle lurching from one obstacle to the next. Now, narrator says that the four-wheel means the four-wheel of his vehicle had been facing the obstacles one by one. In so doing, he cut off one of the hairpin bends. Hairpin bends means hairpin bends means the sharp turn. In so doing, he cut off one of the sharp turn. Hairpin bends means he cuts off one of the sharp turns, regaining the trail further up where the snow had not drifted. I checked my watch again. Now again, narrator checked his watch. As we continued to climb in the bright sunshine, we crept past 5,400 meters and my head began to throb horribly. And as he was moving towards the 5,400 meters, his head started thinking horribly. I took gulps from my water bottle. Which is supposed to help a rapid ascent. Rapid ascent means which helps him to a rapid climbing to. Okay. Now the sentence says that he took gulps of water from his bottle or water bottle, which is supposed that this water will help him for a rapid ascent, for a rapid movement, for a rapid climbing on the steep slope. We finally reached the top of the pass at 5,515 meters. We finally reached the top of the pass at 5,515 meters. It was marked by a large cairn of rocks. Cairn, C-A-I-R-N. Cairn of rocks means large group of rocks are kept there. Okay. When group of rocks are kept there, it becomes a pile of stone. Okay. It is said that it is cairn of rocks. We finally reached the top of the pass at 5,515 meters. It was marked by a large cairn of rocks. It was marked by a large pile or group of collection of rocks festooned, and that group of rocks which forms like a pile of the stone are festooned, and they are looking like festooned. They are looking like a cairn of rocks. Festooned means decorated. Festooned means decorated. Cairn of rocks festooned means decorated with white silk scarves. And what we wear scarf, and it looks like that the collection of the stones, collection of the rocks, it seems that it is decorated. It is festooned, it is decorated with white scarves and ragged prayer flags. We all took a turn round the cairn. We all means the narrator, the Daniel, and the Satan. They all took a round over the cairn, where there a group of collection of the rocks was there. They take a turn around the cairn in a clockwise direction as in the tradition, and they move around that cairn that moves around the group of collection of the rocks. They moves in the clockwise direction, like it seems that they are doing some prayer. Clockwise direction as in the tradition. And Satan checked the tires on his vehicle, and now they checked the tires because they were passing towards the hilly areas. There were the sharp turns. Roads are not so good like the national highways. That's why here Satan came out and he sees the condition of his tires, the condition of the tires of his vehicle. He stopped at the petrol tank and partially unscrewed the top. And at the last he decided that he will stop his car at the petrol tank, and he will unscrew means he will open. Unscrew means he will unscrew the top of the tank, the petrol tank of the vehicle. He will unscrew the top, which emitted a loud type of smell which comes out. Actually, when we open a petrol tank or when we open a diesel tank, then we notice that suddenly, means within a few seconds, a certain type of noise, a certain type of smell comes out, and our nose are very sensitive in nature. It quickly catches that smell. And partially unscrewed the top, which emitted a loud hiss. The lower atmospheric pressure was allowing the fuel to expand, and the lower atmospheric pressure was allowing the fuel to expand, to spread down. It sounded dangerous to me because narrator was not in a good condition. Actually, narrator was suffering from some type of allergy type, because he doesn't like that smell. That's why it is said that the lower atmospheric pressure was allowing the fuel to expand. It sounded dangerous to me because he doesn't like this smell. It sounded dangerous to me. Maybe, sir, Satan laughed, but no smoking. And Satan laughed at this condition, but there was no smoking. My headache soon cleared as we carried down. As we moved fast in an uncontrolled manner. Carried down means move fast in an uncontrolled manner. My headache soon cleared as we carried down. My means because of that smell, of that petrol smell, which Satan had unscrewed the top, and that smell had created a subtype of allergy type, and he was not feeling well, and he had started being suffering from headache. The narrator says that my headache soon cleared as we carried down the other side of the pass. And the moment we started moving towards the other side, his headache, due to that smell, had started coming down. It was 2 o'clock by the time we stopped for lunch. And it was 2 o'clock. And it was 2 o'clock when he decided to stop and have a lunch. And when they have decided to stop, and finally they started doing their lunch, we ate hot noodles inside. We ate hot noodles inside a long canvas tent. Now narrator and his companion had taken their lunch inside a long canvas tent, part of a work camp erected beside a dry salt lake, and it was erected beside a salt encrusted lakes. Okay. The plateau is pock-marked. What does what mean? Pock-marked. The plateau is pock-marked with salt flats. Pock-marked means disfigured with a sear. Pock-marked means disfigured with a sear. The plateau is pock-marked with salt flats and brackish lakes, vestiges of the Tethys Ocean, which bordered Tibet before the great continental collision that lifted it skyward. Now, narrator and his companion, who was his companion? Satan and the Daniel. They had taken their lunch inside a long canvas tent, and now they were ready to move. This one was a hive. Hive means plenty. This one was a hive. Hive means plenty. This one was a hive of activity. This one was a huge activity. This one was a huge activity. Men with pickaxes and shovels trudging. Trudging means walking slowly. Trudging. Trudging means walking slowly back and forth in their long sheepskin coats. Actually, they were wearing the sheep coats which was given by the who had given them this sheep coats. In the beginning only I have told you who had given. Lamhu. Okay, the sheepskin coat which was gifted by the Lamhu, they were wearing the sheepskin coats and salt encrusted boots. And they were wearing the salt encrusted boots, means boots which are actually made for the salt glands, so that those boots cannot be stuck into the salt. All wore sunglasses, and all of them wore sunglasses against the glare as a steady stream of blue trucks emerged from the blindingly white lake laden with piles of salt. Now, all of them were wearing the sheepskin coats, all wore the sunglasses. All of them wore the sunglasses against the glare, against the shine of a steady stream of a blue truck. And while they were wearing the sheepskin coats and they were wearing the sunglasses, they saw a blue color truck emerged. A blue color truck comes out with which was full with the piles of salt, which was full of salt. By late afternoon, we had reached the small town of Horb, back on the main east-west highway that followed the old trade route from Lhasa to Kashmir. Now, by the late afternoon, they had reached to a small town, and the name of that small town is Hor, H-O-R. They had reached Hor on the main east-west highway. That followed the old trade. That followed the old trade means that followed the old Silk Road route from Lhasa to Kashmir. Daniel, who was returning to Lhasa, and Daniel, who was the companion of narrator, they have decided that Daniel should move with that truck. Daniel, who was returning, now Daniel was returning to Lhasa with that truck, found a ride in a truck. So Satan and I bade him. So Satan and I means the driver, Satan, and the narrator give him a farewell outside a tire repair shop, and they had gave him. They means the narrator and the Satan. The narrator and the Satan had given him farewell while they were waiting outside a tire repair shop. We had suffered 2 punctures in quick succession on the drive down from the Salt Lake, and Satan was eager to have them fixed since they left him with no spares. Now, we had suffered 2 punctures. Means, now the narrator said that while Satan was driving the car, his car tires had got 2 punctures successfully, means continuously had got 2 punctures, and now they had decided that they will repair the punctures. They will make the car in a good condition, and they will repair that punctures, and after that they will move forward. We had suffered 2 punctures. Okay. 2 punctures in quick succession on the drive down from Salt Lake, and Satan was eager to have them fixed since they left him with no space. Besides, the second tire he had changed had been replaced by one that was as smooth as my bald head, And now the narrator says that besides, in spite of the second tire, he had changed. The second tire, which was not in a good condition, he had changed that tire. One which was as smooth as his bald head. Now here simply has been used that the tire which was as smooth as his bald head, that tire was replaced. Hor was a grim. The place where they had visited, Hor was a grim, means Hor was a serious place, means very much serious condition was seen there. Hor was a grim, miserable place, means narrator doesn't like this place, Hor. He said that place was a grim, that place was a very much serious in nature and had miserable condition, not in a good condition, very bad conditions. There was no vegetation whatsoever, and because at that place, at Hor, there was no any vegetation, just dust and rocks. And narrator says that when he visited Hor, which was a small town, that town was not very much in a good condition. The small town was in a pathetic condition, and he found that in Hor only dust and rocks was seen there, liberally scattered with years of accumulated refuse. Liberally scattered, and they were liberally scattered with years of accumulated refuse. Accumulated means gathered. When we collect many things at one place, accumulated, we say that these things have been accumulated. Suppose we have taken 100 chalks, then we say that these chalks are accumulated, means these chalks are gathered. Here it is said that with years of gathered refuse, and he found that, narrator found that this place is full of the refuse materials which was gathered here, which was unfortunate, which was not very good, which was unfortunate, given that the town sat on the shore of Lake Mansarovar. Which was unfortunate, which was not very good, that this town was sat on the shore, on the side of the Lake Mansarovar. Lake Mansarovar, Tibet's most venerated stretch of water. Venerated means Lake Mansarovar, which was Tibet's venerated. Which was Lake Mansarovar, which was the Tibet's venerated. Actually, word venerated means respected. And it is said that the Lake Mansarovar, which is the Tibet's venerated, which was the Tibet's respected stretch of water. Ancient Hind and Buddhist cosmology pinpoints Mansarovar as the source of four great Indian rivers: the Ganges, the Satluj, and the Brahmaputra. And it is said that ancient Buddhist cosmology. What the word cosmology means? Science that is related with the origin and the development of the universe. Science which is related with the origin and the development of the universe is known as cosmology. It is known as cosmology. The science about the origin and development of the universe is known as the cosmology. Ancient Buddhist cosmology, the science which deals with the origin of the universe, pinpoints the Mansarovar. they tells about the venerated, they tells about the respected Lake Mansover, which was the Tibet's respected place.